This is Jill with stampwithjill.com, and I'm going to show you how to make this Merry Christmas card today. Let's get started. We are going to use two stamp sets today. We are going to use the Merry Everything stamp set, and we are going to use the Festival of Trees with the matching tree punch. First, you're going to need 8.5 by 5.5 card base in crumb cake, and this is scored at 4 1/4. You're going to need a Lost Lagoon layer, 4 by 5 1/4, and a Whisper White layer, 3 3/4 by 5. Then you're also going to need a scrap piece of Lost Lagoon for stamping and heat embossing the Christmas tree in white. First, let's do the Christmas tree. You're going to need your Versamark ink, and I have the swirled Christmas tree image here today. You're going to ink this up, and you are going to stamp it onto the Lost Lagoon. So you can see you have like a small, well, not small, a watermark type ink. That ink is a little bit sticky and it holds the embossing powder. So here I have my white embossing powder. I store mine in a Gladware because it's stackable, and then I add a label to the side so I can pull it out. So what I do is I'm going to open my container. I have a plastic spoon inside, and I will sprinkle the image and tap the embossing powder back in. So now you can see, I'm going to brush off these extra pieces here, this extra area. So now you can see that the tree image is covered with white powder. So now we're going to heat it up. I have my heat gun here. Mine is the older style, but it still will work. So we're going to turn it on. It's going to make like a hairdryer sound, and we're going to heat up the Christmas tree. What you're going to watch is you're going to see that this white powder is going to melt and go solid white. So I have my silicone mat here. Okay, here we go. So you want to move it around a little bit so you don't burn or scorch the paper. So once it starts to melt, I'll lift it up closer to the camera so you can see. So you can see how it is starting to melt the powder and turn it solid white. And that's how you heat emboss. So now you can see that all that white powder melted and it's a little bit solid and shimmering. Now we're going to punch that out with your tree punch. And you have that ready for your card. I also have a scrap of glimmer paper. I'm going to use this small star punch to make the top of the tree. So we'll get that ready while we're at it. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the Merry Christmas in Lost Lagoon ink. I'm going to do my best to center it towards the bottom. Then we're going to use a dimensional to attach the tree right above it. And then we are going to use a glue dot for the star. Put that right there on there. now we're ready to assemble the card. I'm going to close up my ink. So we're going to fold our card base in half. And we are going to attach the Lost Lagoon layer. And then we're going to attach the Whisper White. Now if you were mass producing this, you could stamp and emboss all your trees at once. And there you have the card. Thanks for joining me today.